Good day, friends and family. This is Avril, your host here for today. And today we're going to start a whole new series on breaking free, winning the battle within. Now, if you did not know there's always a battle within, we're going to explain everything today and in the 4 sessions that still will be able to continue. Now, there's an invisible prison. Let's start with the invisible prison. Why I say invisible, it's sometimes we do not even know that we are locked in this prison. It's a man-made, it's a self-made prison. Remember last week we had the mindset and how to start training your mind to become better and to become the person you want to become. Now we're going to say again how to break free from the battle that is within you. And winning that battle is very important. So I'd like by starting to ask you a question. Sometimes, let me ask you the question. If you were physically locked in a prison, you would have known. You would have seen the bars and you would see there's a little bed and everything you would have seen. But the invisible prison is a dangerous one because that one is the one that you think you're free. You are free, but you're locked in. And sometimes it's circumstances that locks you into that prison. And it's not sometimes people that you would say, oh, no, nothing good can come from they are the beggars on the street. It's sometimes, most of the time, it's intelligent people. They are capable, they're kind, they have the capacity to do, they're hardworking, but they just do not get where they're supposed to be. And now today I want to explain that concept. So let us explore together what I want to say. Imagine you walking through a beautiful garden, and at the entrance there is still a vast beauty that you can see. But now there's a gate. The gate, you were given free access. You can go through the gate. All that you have to do, sometimes you have to open the gate because it's not locked. But because you do not know, you just stop there and you are watching things from a distance. And opportunities might come and you don't see it. Or doors open for you and you won't see it. Because within you, you are sometimes in a prison. And today, I would love you to see that prison in your spiritual eye and then how to get out of that prison. So let's start then. And what is an invisible prison? It's a belief that limits you. You know, I was once at a conference that they invited us. And it was beautiful because they set you free and all those things. And there was this one lady, prim and proper. And she looked at as though everything was in place. High heel shoes. Man, she was a lady. And every night she sat up straight while other people, they were busy with unforgiveness. They would deliver it and things. And people cried. And we all shared our stories just to get free. But she was this high and mighty girl. And the mom was inspector and the what. And she had a great job. The last day, the 4th day of that seminar that we attended or the conference, that lady bursted out in tears. And we heard the most horrific stories of what happened to her when she was younger. And that is what I say is the invisible prison. Sometimes we do not deal with these things as to go for therapy or lay it in front of the Lord and say, Lord, this is what I'm currently struggling with. So you are locked in an invisible prison and we do not know why we don't move ahead in life. It's because of things that we did not deal with when we were younger. So perhaps you've heard someone someday say, nothing good will become of that person. He's just like his dad, or he's just like his mom, or she. And those things blocked you. The moment you want to try something new, you feel that you are not capable. I can't do it. Man, just do it. If you fail, it's okay. You just get up again, shake yourself off, and then you go and you try again. But don't give up. So because over time, those things that people and others becomes a belief in your mind, and you think that that is who you are, and that is the invisible prison that we sometimes lock in. Now, the difference between facts and conclusions. Suppose someone start a business and it fails. Now you guess the fact is the business failed. But if the person says, I'll never succeed in life, That is a conclusion. Who gave you the right to think about that yourself? You know, when you were born, you were born with immeasurable talents and things within you. So it's time that you let surface these things. Don't think you can. I had a conversation with a lady also the other day and said, you know, I've got a interview at the place, and I'm just going to try and see what the questions will be. So maybe for the next time, I said, take the words out of your mouth. How can you think like that? Why do you apply if you don't think that you're going to end and land the job? So you must check also your words coming from, because those are prison gates that you are into. So a little skill that I would love to think is, you must think of yourself now as a detective. When a discouraging thought appears, don't immediately accept it. By detective, I mean, if something happened and you don't want to go and say, no man, I quit, I don't want to. Ask yourself, why did I just say that? Why did I do that? Become the detective. Ask yourself questions until you get the answer. Now you pause and you say, you are the trigger. And then you can work with that trigger in your life. So look at it from a biblical perspective. Jesus spoke these remarkable words in John 8:32, that he said, then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Now, what is the truth? I already told you everything that this word says is truth. If the Lord says that I will give you exceedingly abundantly above all you can ever think or ask for, that is a truth, exceedingly abundantly. But now you in your prison and you think this lack is normal. It's abnormal. So go for the truth. Or you think that I'm not good enough. Where in the Bible, where in this word did it ever say that it's not good enough? The Lord even said, you will be like Jesus, the same miracles that he did, you can do. So you can do all the things that Jesus did. Jesus was our example. And whom the Son sets free is free indeed. So why do you want to live in this invisible prison while you are free? When Jesus was nailed to the cross, my people, you and I, we were set free. It's all that the Lord says also, you can do all things, all, not some, all things through Christ who strengthens me. So get up, get out of that prison, open the doors, that invisible, and say, now I walk to freedom, and start acting that way. So a personal reflection maybe. Think back over your life. If you go, I normally track my timeline back in life. And has there ever been a time when you almost gave up on something, but you pushed through and you conquered it? So, which means you've got a lot of capability within you. It's just the fact that you must bring it to the surface. Believe in yourself again. Say, yes, I can. Yes, I can. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And then you feel how you can do all things. Those are words that you encourage yourself. Sometimes you will become your best cheerleader. Become that person, or chairman, or not chairman, chair lady, yeah, they cheer all the time. But in any case, yes, perhaps it was also applying for a job and you got it. So that was successes that you can remember. Or sometimes you didn't get it. Maybe it was not the time yet. But don't stop as to go forward. And you know, I told you already, Colonel Sanderson of Kentucky KFC, that's today worldwide, he was at the age of 67, he was retired, and he said, and he thought, man, nobody wants to take my recipe. And then a friend of his came and he prepared now this chicken just for a meal for him, and he invited the friend again the next day, and he also made him another chicken, and this friend told him, you should start patent this thing. You've got gold in your hand. And he went out and he started his own KFC business. And look today, Kentucky's everywhere. So what is there within you, that prison that you tell yourself, you're not good enough, it's not going to work, I failed once. Yeah, you failed once, so what? You know how many businesses I started. You know how many things I've done and I failed. And some of them I succeed, so I still continue. It was one lady also that I've heard, Cindy Trim, she said 80% of all the things that she ever done failed. But the 20% that pushed through, those are the 20% that's actually building her wealth currently. So don't give up. So start today. Where is it that you want to get to? Start today. Get yourself out of this prison. So today I like to complete one simple sentence. I would love you to take a notebook. It's a challenge that I'm going to give you. Those of you that have a pen and a paper with you, take it. I always say it's good to write it on the paper so that you can see it in front of you. Give yourself an answer. We are always students, so don't think that you are not a student. We are all students. We learn daily and we try to put our life in order daily. But if we look again, whoop, there we go astray. Whoop, get yourself on. Don't crucify yourself. The person I want now, I would love you to think of the person that you and I want to leave behind. The one that kept us in this invisible cage of invisible prison. What is that person? Think of yourself and then you say, I want to leave this person behind. And you leave this person behind. You open that invisible prison doors and you walk free, because as from today, your life can be different. A thought to carry within you, maybe imagine holding a bunch of old keys, and I've got a lot in my house. They don't even fit any door anymore. I came from wherever with those bunch of keys, but I still have it, as to think I might use it one day. I can just discard them. Now life is like that. You sit with a lot of bunch of old keys. They don't even work in some doors anymore. Some of them are rusty, some of them short, some of them are tall, some of them are big and skew and things. Why do you carry them? Chuck them out. So your thought pattern and those in cages, and they represent every time something that you say you are not capable. You are more than capable. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. So as we finish today, this is just a closing encouragement as we finish today, because today will be very short. I want to remind you of something. Your circumstances may influence your life, but they do not have to imprison your future. You are not simply the sum of your mistakes. You are not defined by one disappointment. You are not permanently limited by yesterday's experiences. Every day brings a new opportunity to choose truth over fear. And remember the words of Jesus that he said, then you will know the truth and the truth will set you free. May that truth be all that you are thinking of today. So here is a freedom challenge that I want to give you. Before you go, I like you to do one thing. As I already said, complete this sentence. The prison I want to leave behind is, you fill in the dots further. And then as you write it down, you pray over it and then reflect on it, and then you discard it and say, you're not anymore, you're not going to keep me in prison, and you push through. Sometimes it's a simple thing like being a couch potato, that you always like to watch movies and you want to sit and you don't do and you procrastinate. So those are also things that keeps you. Man, just get up and jump up and start doing what you have to do, but do it one step at a time. So you were not created to live beneath your potential. God has placed greatness, purpose, and possibilities within you. God has placed those greatness for a time such like this. Everything positive thought you choose today is another step towards your life that you prepared for yourself, your dreams, where you want to go, your direction. So keep believing, keep growing, keep moving forward. Until next time, love you, Avril.